Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I took down the last video because I didn't like the way it came out. It didn't come out right. I didn't want it to have shown anything. So, I want to talk about why I did what I did in my last video and why I built Orion. I did it for a few reasons. One, I love doing what I'm doing. And I was really curious on what that Orion launcher was really meant for. And when I found out what it was really meant for, it took another toll. It took another route. Orion UO was not meant to explicit OSI. It wasn't supposed to explicit gameplay that was meant for cheating. That's not what it was meant for. It was meant to help the UO devs with their server. And to be honest, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I really do. And Orion makes it so much easier. See, no one understands what Orion is able to do, what it's capable of. I'm only getting to the basics. I only know some of what it can do. Some of what it should be. I can literally sit here and be a player while still being a dev at the same time. This is what Orion is capable of doing. If Orion can really do this for a dev to actually sit there and play with the game, what do you think it can do if I can make it into a 3D along with what I'm doing right now through Unity, which is a pure game developer system. When I found out that I can do this with Ultima Online and play with the players, what do you think I could do if I turned it into a 3D? See, everybody sat here and said, I don't want to do this. I shouldn't do this. This is not what, whatever. I have people tell me, I've done this for so many years and college degrees and all this, okay? I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. I know what I'm capable of doing. I found the potential in myself to be able to do exactly what I'm doing. And that's being able to be a dev while being a player at the same time. That's what this was meant for. See, everybody was trying to make UO better by just changing the engine. No, that's not how it works. You take the engine that it was originally built on, and that's how you make the game better. When I found out the true potential of what Orion really is, there was nothing that was going to stop me from changing that. I didn't realize what it was really meant for. That's why the devs took it down. That's why players couldn't use it. That's why people that were deving Ultima Online didn't know how to use it. They didn't know you needed 2 clients to run it. They didn't know that you needed, a actual classic client from Ultima Online, the actual client itself, and run it with an older client in order to make your system work. No one knew that. No one found out about it. I did. About a week or 2 ago, I was talking to a dev. And he told me, he's like, you know why they took it down? I said, no. They took it down because EA changed the UOPs. The reason why they changed the UOPs is because they realized what people were using for Orion. That's why the devs of Orion took it down. But no one knew how to build it. No dev in the UO community knew what this was for. The players didn't even know what this was for. I didn't even know what this was for until I built it up and realized, oh my god, I can actually play with players and be a dev at the same time. And I don't even have to lift the script. Once I build this server, once the server is up and running, I want to show the true potential of what I can do and what Orion can do. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I enjoy doing it. I love playing UL, but I also like deving at the same time. Orion can actually say, this is why they made Orion. Because Orion can now, you can now play Orion as a dev and as a player. Devs took Orion down because it was used the wrong way. Players got a hold of it. They were using too explicit scripts so they could PvP instead of using the old way of going up here, and I believe it's in your options. Yeah, it is in your options. And they didn't want to do it the old way. Somebody gave out the source to Orion. Once the players got a hold of it, that's how everybody was cheating. That's how everybody was cheating. And to be honest with you, now I can see why the devs took it down. And I can see why no one wants to play UO anymore. But you know something? I came across 3 folders last night, I should say, while I was doing my other video. 3 folders. In those 3 folders, they hold contents. This one in specific. Asking anyone that reads this, they want the legacy to live on. They want it to be brought back the way it should be. When I was figuring out that Orion could do what it was doing and that I could literally rebuild it, I was like, oh my god, I'm doing this all wrong. And I was deving all wrong. And everybody else is deving the same way. They're deving, but they're doing the old school way. Orion Launcher changed that for me when I realized what Orion's real potential really was. That's what Orion was used for. It wasn't to sit there and cheat. It was to sit there to help the devs build on their systems. The reason why the devs made it so hard and why it was built on Linux is because so it didn't become a problem. It didn't become misused. It became misused because it got in the wrong hands. And when I realized what Orion really was, that all changed. So I'm hoping that from this video on, that you all are going to join me on building the best server I can do. And I hope you all join me on this journey. And I am going to post videos of every update. I'm going to post videos of everything that I'm doing. So if you guys ever join me, we can all make a heck of a community and have a hell of a shared and have a hell of a server and have fun with it. Both me and the players. I'll see you on the next video.